Ladies and gents, welcome to All Things Covered with your guy, Patrick Peterson. Yes, and me, Bryant McFadden. Yes, there's a lot to be talked about in regards to this upcoming weekend. If you missed our show earlier, of course, we gave you guys an in-depth conversation in regards to Damar Hamlin. If you missed it, please check out our feed. With this being the final week of the season, we do want to preview the Chicago Bears matchup, which is the next opponent for the Minnesota Vikings. Pat P, you still have a lot to play for in regards to seeding. You know, you took care of your division a few weeks ago, but seeing some of the chaos that has taken place in the NFC, especially with the Philadelphia Eagles, you still got a shot. You got a shot to lock and secure the number 2 seed and potentially have multiple home playoff games. So how important is that, Pat P, understanding and knowing you have a shot to lock up the number 2 seed and that could provide 2 home games for you in the playoffs?
Man, first and foremost, it's always important to try to end off the season on the right note. You know, you always want to try to end off the season with a win, no matter the circumstances of the season or, the standpoint you're standing in the division. But, this year we're standing in a different position. We're heading into the postseason. This game is huge for us because we don't want to go into the postseason limping. We want to go into the postseason as strong as we can with a bunch of belief and confidence within our ability to match up with anybody. So to me, this is going to be another playoff atmosphere because we have to, pack our stuff and take it on the road to the Windy Cities and play a smash mouth football club who's going to try to run the football and, dink and dunk the ball whenever they can and just try to play some stout defense in the elements, so.
Yes, you guys will be outside.
Yeah, so we can expect their best shot. I'm looking forward to it. And this game is huge for us. All we can do is worry about us. San Fran is going out to the desert, if I'm not mistaken. I know they're playing the Cardinals. I don't know where they're playing, but that's a big game. And I think it's Dallas and Philly to
you got the Giants and Philly.
Giants and Philly, okay, and Dallas and Washington. Yep. So it's going to be some fun football this weekend to pay close attention to. But for the most part, we're just, licking our chops to get after the Bears and hopefully put up enough good points to get out of there with a dub.
And you guys, this is the playoff scenario in regards to the Vikings clinching number 2. Number 1, you got to win. Then you need the 49ers to lose or tie. Or you guys can end in a tie and still get the number 2 seed if the 49ers lose. So number 1, you got to take care of business, but then you need 49ers to lose or tie. But if you guys end in a tie, you just need them to lose. So there's a lot that can happen in regards to you guys getting number 2. Will you be watching the scoreboard, Pat P, or will you just wait to find out what's going on in your neighborhood in regards to the number 2 seed at the end of your ball game?
Yeah, I'll just wait and find out and see, at the end of the ball club, because at the end of the day, the most important part is we're in the postseason. It's the first time in about 7 years I've been there. I don't care where we play, to be quite honest with you. I know you want to be able to play home. Quite frankly, we didn't handle our business to secure that. So wherever we have the opportunity to play, I'm down for
it. And, you've unfortunately been in a position where the final game of the season, you have nothing to play for. How do players approach those type of ball games when you're just playing the final game of the season, you're getting ready for vacation time?
Man, everybody's different, Matt. Like for me, I always want to put out a good performance, on the football field, because what matters to me, I know it's a team sport, but if we're not in a position to reach that ultimate team goal, and that's the Super Bowl, I still want to put out good tape because there's 31 other teams that still watching my tape. There's 50 other reporters and beat writers that's still watching me play football. And I know
heck, you still trying to open up some all pro voters' eyes as well.
Exactly. And, I know where I want to be at the end of my career, so for me, my performance is very important to me. No matter, like I said, no matter where we are in the season as a team, so I always want to put my best foot forward, no matter circumstances that we are in as a team. And ultimately, quite frankly, that rubs off to your teammates to go out there with their best foot forward, each and every time they step out on the football field as well, because at the end of the day, we never know when this game going to be taken away from us.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave the game with no regrets. You don't want to leave the game with like, man, I wish I would have done that harder, or I wish I would have ran a little bit harder on that play because I could have made it. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at, in my career. And that's how, honestly, that's how I've always been wired, ever since rookie, so and nothing changed. I just want to continue to put my best foot forward, playing this game at a high level as long as I can.
Now, the first matchup with Chicago was a pretty close ball game, 29-22. That Justin Fields is not the Justin Fields that we're seeing right now. You guys held him to just 47 yards rushing in that first matchup. This Justin Fields is a baller. This is a guy who's really ascended to be a big-time playmaker for their offense. So what can you take away from the first matchup compared to what you're seeing from the young quarterback currently right now for Chicago?
Just see him making more explosive plays with his legs for the most part.
Yes, sir.
I just think, if we are able to, force him to become a quarterback, I think the ball, the ball shifts in our court. If you allow him to be an athlete and, rip and run around in the pocket like, a vintage Russell Wilson and, taking it down the sideline like a Lamar Jackson, that's when you have problems, so if we can force him to, slow down the running game, take away his legs and force him to become a quarterback, I think, the odds of us winning that game, go very high in our favor, so I believe that's just the biggest difference. They're still running the football, still, at a high clip. I think now the explosive plays that we're all seeing, over the last 8 weeks has been a lot more with his legs for sure.
Last year, final game of the season was against Chicago and Minnesota.
Yep.
You ended the regular season with a pick six. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Against the Bears.
Yep.
Can we get the same energy against the Bears in Chicago this final week of the season?
Yeah, Mac, if your boy if I get me a piece that's ripe enough, best believe I'm going to bite it.
You're going to bite it? And you talked about, keeping eyes open on what you've been doing this season, clearly been disrespected in regards to the Pro Bowl. But heck, a pick six, final game of the season, going off into the playoffs will sit real good in regards to trying to make a case for an all-pro team, Pat P.
Man, hey, man, Mac, that's the goal, baby. All I want to continue to do is my part and continue to play and show up on Sundays, so all the credit goes to the man upstairs for giving me this ability to play at this level for so long.
Mm-hmm. And don't you hide the talent then?
God did.
No question. It would be selfish of you to hide the talent that he blessed you with.
No doubt about it.
Selfish. Selfish. Well, guess what time it is?
Prediction time.
Prediction time. I didn't get a chance to see what the total for you guys' game. I didn't get a chance to see what the total is. But I can tell you this much. We're going to see a bounce back performance. 23-18.
23-18. I like the numbers.
23-18. Vikings win. Get ready for playoff time. Everyone, do what you need to do. Get to Chicago. Take care of your business. Get out of Chicago. Get ready for a different breed of football come playoff time. Yes, 23-18. Justin Fields, go ahead and throw our guy Pat P1. Heck, you might see who the backup quarterback is for Chicago. Because you might not see Justin Fields the whole game. You might see a backup who might definitely throw you one. The total is set at 45 and a hook. Oh, so they expect to put a lot of points.
The 0.5?
It's 45 and a half. I call it the hook. That's betting talk.
I may say, man, yeah, you're a freaking gambler, man.
Yeah, I am. So the total is set at 45 and a half.
And a hook.
The backup is Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. So basically, I got the under hitting for you guys. I said 23-18. The backup is Nathan Peterman.
Where he come from?
He's known for pick sixes, by the way. You know, he used to play for
Broncos?
The Buffalo? No, it was the Chicago. No, the Chargers.
Oh, no, you're right. Buffalo. Buffalo.
That's when he had a game when he jumped in for and
he threw like 4 picks in the first half or something like that.
No question, he was letting it go.
5 picks. Ooh.
Yeah, he was letting it go. So hopefully he let one go to 1 or 2. Yeah, he threw 5 interceptions, Pat P, in that game. So
hell, I might not be in the game long enough.
Well, hopefully by the time you exit and get out of there and just be chilling, you already got you one with your ball cap on.
Man, that's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Man. Well, heck, Pat P, go out and get you one. If you can get in the end zone, definitely do so. But best of luck to you and your teammates the final week of the season. Number 1, you're in the playoffs, so you already achieved 1 goal. Number 2, you're trying to improve to the number 2 seed if possible. But most importantly, you will have a game after next week. We know that for sure. In Minnesota, at home at the crib.
No doubt about it. And before we get off the show, Mac, I cannot get off the show without wishing the All Things Covered viewers and listeners a happy New Year's.
No question. Happy New Year.
2023 is here. We're looking for nothing but great and bigger things, not only for me, but my man BMac and All Things Covered as well. So from us, happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for all your support, all the comments. We appreciate it. We're going to keep it going. Big things coming. Starting off with the Vikings having a big start to their 2023 season. Skol Nation, stand up.